Now, you really shared your transition journey step by step, publicly, for all your viewers who are with you from your very beginning as Gregory in your bedroom. Well, why was that important to you? And what were the best and worst parts of having to share all that?
I mean, for me, it was just my life. So like, time flies when you're having fun. I truly believe that. And I was really having fun the whole time. Like, once everyone was on board of, you know, the new me, essentially, I was really just living. Like, I felt prettier. I felt more energetic. I felt like I was born again. And that's like something a lot of trans people feel. They're just like, this is me, and like, let's go. And I still feel like that, but I think it was very new back then. So it was just like, let's share more. Let's share more. What's happening today? Let's do it. And like now, it's kind of just like second nature to me to just be like, this is my life. This is what's going on. And just update the people that support me. Like, I feel like we're friends and family. Like I said, like it's important to me.
You were really in a pretty great position as someone who was already making money from YouTube when you decided to go into your transition, that you had a lot of power and to be able to make your choice and do what you wanted.
Essentially, yes, but my dad is very, very strict when it comes to money and stuff. So it wasn't just because of all of that. Like, he really instilled in me that, like, you know, my mom used to always say to me, like, you know, you have really expensive taste. You better get a good job when you're older. So my dad kind of said the same thing, and it really stuck with me. So whenever I was thinking about doing something that would be, you know, pricey, of course I would, you know, save up my money, get it done, because it was life-changing for me. It wasn't like buying a new handbag or, you know, getting my hair done. It was literally like, okay, this is what's gonna actually make me happy, because it's constantly on my mind, morning and night, during the day, everything. And that kind of stuff is priceless. But, you know, if you can save up and, you know, put your money where your mouth is, then get it done, girl.
Well, I did enjoy the scene in your movie when you were revealing to your dad that you were about to have your facial surgeries, and you're like, I've already paid for it. Yeah, $14,000, Dad. So see ya, black, click.
It was $40,000.
$40,000, yes, honey.
That was a moment for me, and I just assumed that he wouldn't be into it. So like, being just like immature and young, that's actually one of the things that I regret. Just like not taking my dad as seriously as, he was telling me things, but I was like, he doesn't actually mean that. He doesn't want to come. He doesn't want to support this, whatever. So I'm just going to do it myself. But I mean, at the end of the day, you see, my dad was there for every single life-changing moment, every single hard moment. Like when I was laughing, when I was crying, when he was changing my bandages, everything. So I should have listened, and that's just teenage immaturity, but
I mean,
it's made me who I am today, so whatever. And my dad is an amazing person with a great soul, so he just loves it.
It really your dad comes off really great in the movie, because you can see that maybe he doesn't understand where you're at, but that he has love for you.
He's like literally like the star of the movie, I say a lot of the time. Like, he really is, and everyone's like, oh my God, like your father. I'm like, I know. He's amazing. I wish I saw it in the movie more, because it makes me look like I'm just in my own world, which I totally was. But it was like, you know, he's just very consistent, very, he's just like very rule driven. Like, this is what we're gonna do, the steps that we're gonna take, and I will always be there for you. And I think that when he said that we had to transition together in the movie, it was very true. Because it's like, you know, I was obviously going through stuff, but he was going through shit too. Maybe even more than me. And I felt like at the beginning, he thought that maybe he was losing a son. But at the end of the day, he's gaining that son plus a daughter, and plus like this, you know, even more happy, like, person that he helped give birth to. So it's like, why wouldn't you want that? And through the movie and through like going to these events and talking to people whenever he's literally become like this father iconic figure / advocacy role model that he never really thought that he would. And I know he loves it. Like, he's like, I put in the work. And every time people say thank you, or, you know, I respect you, he's like, you know, like, thank you for telling me that, because he needs that. It was a lot of time that he went through not feeling good about our relationship or anything like that. But it was like, I think just this whole documentary that brought us even closer, because everything was really put out there. Nothing was forgotten. Everything was recorded.
That's true. How did you feel about when you first saw the first cut? Because you really let it all, you put it all out there. You put your relationships out there. We see you from a very young age to now.
Yes.
What's it like watching all that fly before your eyes?
It was crazy. The first time I watched it was actually the first time I ever saw the cut because the director told me that she wanted it to be a surprise and all of that, and I was like, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
that sounds
God.
amazing. I love surprises, which I totally don't. I don't know why I agreed to that, but we were sitting in the theater with like 500 plus people for the premiere in Sundance, Utah, for the film festival.
That's major.
We're sitting there. I know. Also, I was like, oh my God, this is a pinch me moment. Bitch.
Did you have an amazing snow outfit or whatever? I mean, I know you did, Gigi.
I did. Just a tiny one. It was actually made by August.
Oh,
And it was
perfect.
all Swarovskis and this big white faux fur coat.
Of course.
It
Did
was
you
epic.
come by sled with the red by the Huskies?
Yes, all the reindeer. Santa lent them to me.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I was watching it and it was crazy. I mean, honestly, it ended and we had to go on stage for like this Q&A moment, and I was just like, I was literally just crying with my family, with my friends. Like, this is the last thing I want to do right now. But the second time and the third time was when I actually like was paying attention to it. Because the first time it was just too much.
I bet.
Watching it all, it's like, bitch, that was me.
Yeah. How do you process all of that at once?
You don't. I honestly, if anyone can do that, they're crazy, and I respect that. But it was just too much for me.
I bet.
I'm like, get me out of this dress. These Swarovski crystals are crushing me.
Let's talk about the book. He Said, She Said. It's like you must have been doing a lot of self-examination in the last few years.
Yes.
Because the documentary, I mean, you're working with an Oscar-winning producer or director on the documentary. And then the book, you really go into it all.
We do it, honestly. I mean, I feel like if you are to really write shit down and get into it, I mean, why like hold back? So it's really, really very personal, of course. And if you're not a reader, I would recommend the audiobook.
Right, that's good. For everyone with a short attention span.
Yes.
Just read with your ears. My favorite way to read.
And I try to make everything fun in the audiobook. So if you listen to it, get into it.